Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would quickly do a 38-week bump update. I thought I would just jump on here and just update you with like what's been happening quickly. And if my videos seem a little bit rushed lately, it's because they totally are. So I am 38 weeks and 1 day today, and weight wise I had a midwife appointment this morning and she weighed me and I'm 76 kilos, which means I am up 18 kilos from pre-pregnancy, which, as I always say, feels like a lot, but is kind of, I'm pretty sure, what I gained with Jacob. So I'm like on par there. Belly measurement, I'm 108 centimeters around. Last week, if you watched my vlog, you saw that I got sick. We had a virus going through our family and we all had fevers and were really tired, headachy, head cold. It was just awful. That lasted about a week, and the worst part was towards the end of it I started getting the cough that I had a few weeks ago, or maybe a month or two ago. But luckily, after a couple of days, the cough has settled down. We've got some nice warm weather again, and I feel like that really helped get me over the cough. Don't mind my kids. I am filming and they're playing here, and yeah, this is my life. Otherwise, yeah, I'm pretty much completely over that cold. I still have like a blocked nose every now and then, but not too bad. Otherwise, I haven't mentioned before. Do you want to say hi? You can see Kasha at the bottom. Hello. Alright, will you sit next to me, or do you want to play? I'm just going to quickly finish my little update, okay? Anyway, a new symptom that I've had that I haven't mentioned, and I haven't had this pregnancy up till now, is tingly fingers, like a kind of carpal tunnel feeling, and like really crampy. Sometimes I'll just notice that my hand or my fingers have gone numb, which has been a little bit scary. I've never had that in pregnancy before, and not even like when I'm leaning on them, just randomly. So that's been a bit strange. Otherwise, now that the weather's warming up, I definitely get my hands a little bit swollen and my feet swollen by the end of the day. I don't wake up with them swollen, but definitely if I'm walking around a lot, by the end of the day I'm like, okay, there's a bit of swelling going on, and I've never had that before. But I've never been pregnant when it's been, I guess, this warm at this stage of pregnancy. So as I mentioned, I had my midwife appointment today. The midwife checked baby's heartbeat, and she had a very strong heartbeat. We found it straight away. She checked her position, so she's head down with her back directly in the middle of my tummy, so perfect position for giving birth. And then her feet are kind of to my right side, which is where I feel heaps of her kicks and movement. She's not engaged in my pelvis fully yet, and that makes sense because I haven't been having much pressure down there. I haven't had much lightning crutch, that kind of lightning shooting nerve pain feeling. I haven't really had much of that, so it makes sense that she's not actually really engaged yet. She's moving heaps still, so that also makes sense. She's not quite down there yet, and I haven't really been having as many Braxton Hicks as what I did when I was pregnant with Kasha at this stage, so I kind of still feel like nothing's really happening yet in terms of labour starting. So yeah, at the end of my appointment, I made another appointment for 2 weeks. So my next appointment will actually be on my due date, which is crazy. I am hoping I won't make it to that one. Although Jacob was born on his due date, so I have made it to my due date before, but had him on that day. And yeah, other than that, that's pretty much everything I wanted to update you guys on. Jacob's here. So yeah, baby is in good position. Tomorrow Ben's mum arrives, so my mother-in-law arrives, and then I can fully relax and start ramping up the walking and preparing for labour, or trying to get labour started, because she'll be staying with us. I'll know that, you know, the kids will be looked after. We can just go to hospital when we need to, and she'll be here. So yeah, getting close now. So I will show you my 38-week belly. Lovelies, so I've just thought I would tag on the end of this update what's happening now. I am 39 and what was I, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 39 plus 4 days pregnant, so 39 weeks 4 days, and still no baby. I'm still pregnant, and a week ago we had a bit of a scare when I was, what was I, 38 plus 2. I ended up having another episode of the heart palpitations that I've been having this pregnancy. We just went to the park and literally within 2 minutes of being at the park, my heart started racing. And because I was 38 weeks, I thought I'll ring the hospital just to double check. Should I go to them or should I go to a normal hospital that's not maternity? And they said to go to the regular hospital, to the emergency department. So then I ummed and ahed because I was like, is it that serious? Are they just gonna settle down? But we packed the kids up in the car and drove to the hospital, and then we got to the emergency department and I changed my mind. I was like, no, they're gonna settle down. It's fine, I don't wanna make a big deal. And then we did a lap and they kept going and my heart was still racing, and I thought, no, I'm this pregnant, you know, I should get checked out. So we did a loop and went back. Ben dropped me off and he took the kids home because his mum was arriving, so they were actually supposed to be going to the airport to pick her up. And at this stage I still thought, oh, it's nothing, you know, I'll ring him in an hour or so when I get seen and he'll come and pick me up and it'll be fine. And yeah, I went into the emergency department. I got seen pretty quickly because it was a heart thing and I'm pregnant. And they took me through, changed me into a gown and hooked me up to the heart monitor. And that's when one doctor came in and then another doctor came in, and then they brought the IV trolley in, then they brought a defibrillator in. And at that point I turned to the doctor and I was like, should I call my husband back? Because being a nurse, I kind of know when like lots of things are coming into the room and lots of people are coming in that things might not be that great. But yeah, the doctor kind of said, oh, you know, is he with the kids? And I was like, yeah, I'll get him to drop the kids off. And luckily one of the school mums, we were planning to meet at the park, and so she took the kids and Ben was able to, you know, make his way back. But in the meantime, the doctor kind of turned to me and said, you know, have you ever needed a shock to get your heart back into normal rhythm? And I was like, I just couldn't really process it like an actual, you know, I've never been shocked with a defibrillator before. And plus I was awake and I wasn't in any pain. It was just my heart was racing. So I'm thinking, seriously, are you going to shock me? But luckily they didn't need to. They put an IV in, they loaded me up with fluids. And at that point I didn't know that my heart rate was actually 230 beats per minute. The doctor said that's the highest he saw it go. If you're non kind of medical, your heart rate should be under 100 beats per minute. So it was racing pretty fast and my heart was out of rhythm as well. So they got me to do some breathing exercises to try and push more air into like my chest and get my heart back into its normal rhythm. And yeah, within an hour, and by the time Ben actually made it back to the hospital, I was completely stable again. And yeah, he kind of came in, said hi, and I was like, well, the fun's over. I'm just having fluids now. And so he then left to go and pick up his mum from the airport and get the kids and sort them out. And I stayed at the hospital for about 5 hours just getting loaded up with fluids. And yeah, some people apparently just have, you know, something in their kind of electrical circuit of their heart that can make it race every now and then. They sent a referral off to my hospital where I'm giving birth, and from their point of view it's not, you know, a baby thing, so it's it's been a bit frustrating that I've been having these heart issues, but I will definitely get them followed up in more detail once baby's out. At this stage they weren't that concerned that it will affect me in labour or anything like that, so at least that's good. Yesterday I had another appointment to see the actual doctors at where I'm giving birth, because I was going through the midwife teams and now they want me to be with the doctors. And yeah, she kind of said the same thing. As far as birth, I should be okay. She did a stretch and sweep, which I had really high hopes for, because both Jacob and Kasha, I had a stretch and sweep in the morning at 39 weeks and 40 weeks, and they both came the following afternoon. However, I had that yesterday morning and I'm still pregnant, so baby girl is not ready to come out yet. So today I woke up feeling very emotional. I have been having contraction-like pains every now and then, but nothing regular, nothing strong enough to make me think I'm in labour. So yeah, I woke up feeling really emotional today. Luckily my mother-in-law took the kids out just for a walk and a play, so I'm just pottering around and just trying to calm myself down, because I do feel like I'm going to burst into tears anytime. I think because I thought she would be here by now, which is not a good way to think. And I guess because my mother-in-law is only here until Sunday, so yeah, I'm kind of like, come on, I've got help, like this would be a good time. But you never know, maybe this will be my first overdue baby. But yeah, I'll show you my bump quickly just to document maybe the last one, but you never know. So yeah, that's just what's been happening in the last week. Still waiting, and yeah, I'll let you guys know when anything changes. So here's my bump. So I hope you guys are all well, and yeah, hopefully not too much longer. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye lovelies.